bag actually comes with a whole ton of different bolt sizes. The metric, standard, whole bunch of different sizes. So it's pretty useful. It's only $10 maybe at your at a local parts store. And another thing, just thread this in a few turns to give the pulley something to press against. I mean the removal tool. If you don't have this tool, some people try prying it off, but I don't recommend that because you have a chance of accidentally breaking a plastic cover or bending something that you don't want to. And this is a very easy to use. So once you have that on, just start tightening it. And up the right side. And you look, the pulley will just pull off. All the work is being done by this tool. My electric drill is not powerful enough. It hits the bolt at the end, so I have to remove it. Sometimes it'll be just enough where it'll be able to slide off my hand, but apparently that's not the case right now. This actually, this specific tool has a extra cone attachment. I didn't put it on earlier just to show you in case your tool didn't come with one, but this one actually allows you to press against the crankshaft safely. If it doesn't have this attachment, I wouldn't recommend it because you might damage the thread inside. Go ahead and put this one back on. Okay, the pulley is hand tight now. Okay, that assembly just comes out like that. Very simple. That's what the back of the pulley looks like. Okay, place that to the side. Okay, now the next step. Here's another one of these cases where there's some hard to reach bolts. I'll show you where they all are. These two, very simple. There's also the harder one is going to be right here. It's hiding. It's hard because it's hiding behind the bracket, so you're going to have to find some way to reach behind there. The other one is right here. It's easy because I've taken off the alternator, so that's another advantage of taking off alternator. If it's not off, you have a hard time squeezing your tool in here. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off and remove the front cover. Once you take these bolts off, the cover just falls right off. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these bolts, and then the cover will just slide off. And this last one, it's going to be a pain to reach it. Okay, now the plastic cover is loose. You might be able to wiggle it out. I just tried and I couldn't because this pulley's in the way. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. Sometimes the pulley keeps moving so you can't take it out. I'm going to wedge something behind here to hold the pulley in place. Take these 4 bolts off and the pulley comes out. Alright, now the cover comes right off. Put this aside. And all the bolts that I just removed, I usually put them inside the cover and keep it set somewhere safe so it doesn't get kicked around. Okay, right here is the crankshaft pulley. It's also the one that drives the timing belt. There's this little plate here, and you just pull it off. There's actually a key here on the crankshaft, a little notch, and there's 4 notches in here. Just rotate it to the right one, and it'll just pull right out. Set that aside, and at this point, you can go ahead and pull a timing belt off. It's actually pretty simple. Just start working your way. See, this is what the tensioner does. When the tensioner is in, it holds the belt tight. When it's out, you get a lot of flex in here. So, starting on this side, go ahead and just slowly work the timing belt out. It should come out pretty easily. And that's your timing belt. I'm actually going to reuse this one. I'm taking the engine apart right now to change out the camshafts, but in your case, you don't want to reuse your belt, since obviously if you're doing this, it's going to be replacing your old belt. This one specifically is the Gates Racing. That's a T215RB. It's the racing belt made by Gates. It's a extra reinforced belt that is able to withstand higher RPMs and harder driving and harsher punishment for a longer time than the factory belt would. This is the same belt that HKS, Gritty, Power Enterprise, and all of them, they buy this exact same belt and rebadge it or request different coloring, and they rebadge it with their logo and sell it for $200. You can get the Gates belt for approximately $75 if you shop around. So I'm going to go ahead and set this belt aside. Okay, right here is the engine assembly with the timing belt removed. Next step is to remove the camshaft pulleys. This one on the left, the exhaust side, is just a simple unbolt that and you're done. This is a 17 millimeter socket. It goes right on that one. This one, however, is going to be a little more difficult. You will need a special, well, I say special, but all it is an Allen key. But the reason it's special, because it's a 14 millimeter. It's pretty hard to find a 14 millimeter. My best suggestion would be go to AutoZone. I tried every other parts store and nobody has it, but for some reason AutoZone carries a 14 millimeter Allen, and it's actually a Allen socket. When you buy it from AutoZone, it actually comes in a 3-pack. One is a 12 millimeter, and a 14, and a 17. It's about $10 to $15, so it's not too much. We'll need the 14 millimeter specifically. Goes right in there. Okay, at this point, if you have an impact gun, it will make your life a lot easier, because of the fact that if you use a normal breaker bar, these will actually turn on you. If you look, see, impact gun. The way it operates is it's continuously hammering, and it has less chance of rotating these. The other option you have is to get a pulley holding tool, and it'll lock these cam gears into place while you use your wrench to loosen it. I mean, it costs more money to do that way, so I don't do it that way. I just use an impact gun or the other method I'm about to show you.